I'll be doing a disservice to Kakamega residents if I don't ask you questions about Kakamega, maybe as we end.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, if you were given another chance, which projects will you prioritize in Kakamega County?
It saddens me that most of the projects that I left in Kakamega County have stalled. And one of the major projects that really was a priority to me as a governor then was the hospital, the Kakamega Teaching and Referral Hospital, which I think we had spent about 2.4 billion Kenya shillings. It needed just about another 600 million to finish phase 1. And that completion of phase 1 will have enabled it now to start operational. And the rest, it was with its own resources. I had already reached to other major hospitals in India who were ready that time to partner with us to make sure that we operate the hospital. But unfortunately, I left before I finalized. That is a very critical project.
Yeah.
And the second project was the stadium. Stadium, I had spent about 1.4 billion Kenya shillings, roughly 1.4 or 1.7 there, which I had spent. And we were, that was about a 5B, 5 to 6B. And if money was put in slowly, we will be somewhere. And that stadium will attract many sports activities within Kakamega. And it will have definitely changed the economy of Kakamega. You remember we hosted Sakafa, the way it was that time. Sakafa was able to be attracted there. We had 4 teams. The East African teams were there. We played football. And that time, there was a lot of activities in Kakamega. All the hotels were full. Kiosks, so people were busy buying things here and there. And I think that changed the economy. So that one, and I had also a focus to make Kakamega a city. And it was my intention that within 3-4 years, Kakamega would have been a city, and a city is able to now attract investments from outside the country and even within the country because of the facilities called with the city. And finally, I had focused on few economic activities like having a tea factory, having a dairy factory in Malaba, tea factory in Shinyalu, and of course, opening the road network within Kakamega County.
So by any chance, are you regretting, or do you regret endorsing the current governor?
No, I'm not regretting. Those were my projects.
Because you're saying they're stalled right now under his tenure.
Yeah, I can say those were my projects. Unfortunately, they have stalled. He might be having his own, which he prioritized, and that's why I think we need also legislation so that there is a bridge between one administration to the other. There is continuity between one administration to the other, so that if there are projects that are beneficial to the people, those projects are continued, they are completed, and they are implemented to serve the people. Unfortunately, these ones is now 3 years down the line, and nothing much is happening. We have been pushing the national government to take up the 2 main projects, and I think the stadium, we are somewhere. I think the national government has taken, but they want to scale down, which I have engaged the CS and told him it will be unfair to have that stadium project scaled down. The health, the hospital, we have been pushing the CS Health to make sure that it is literally taken over, and I think there was a process of it being taken over, plus Bungoma level 6. In fact, by the time the CS Barasa was moving to environment, I think they had provided a meager 50 million shillings to just so that that particular project has some money on it. But I'm hopeful that my friend Dwale will take it and with the governor seriously, so that we have enough money allocated for that hospital. We required only 500 million to complete the phase 1 and then equip. And that will make that hospital operational. We had pending bills then, which I had provided for in the budget before I left, of 500 million, which would have been cleared that time, and that would have enabled the contractor who is there to proceed with the national government.
He said at some point that he inherited a county with a lot of pending bills, and also there is a talk of rift between the two of you. Could this be the reason as to why most of the projects that you initiated have stalled?
You know, I'm an accountant. And an accountant, you cannot start a project without knowing where resources will come from. I never left any pending bills. If any pending bills were left, then they were left with expected cash flow forthcoming from the national government. When I left, I had 3 disbursements that had not been received. That was for April, May, and June. That would have been over 3 billion Kenya shillings. If that money would have been used properly, it would have cleared the pending bills that I left completely. And I showed them how it was. I never used to run a county without knowing where money will come. And even in my history, you will realize that all contractors were being paid. So I wouldn't leave pending bills and be able to pay contractors on time and make sure things are paid on time.
So I have
no rift with the current governor because there's nothing I need from the county. I don't think why the rift will be there unless he has a perceived rift with me. I have nothing.
What is the relationship?
You see, I don't need a relationship with him.
But he's a person that you endorsed.
Yeah, I endorsed him, of course, but I don't need any relationship with him apart from being my governor. And I respect him as such. That's all.
The critics say that you try to control your successor.
Yeah?
You tried to control your successor. Probably that is why there's a rift.
How will you control a successor?
Probably you wanted some position.
I didn't want any position. You can ask him, which position would I want? And what will a position in account help me for?
Maybe your people, you wanted him to give your people some opportunities.
Which people? People, if I needed people, so people are already there because I was there. So why would I want to bring others from out?
Actually,
so the people are there.
Maybe 2 questions and then we call it a day.
Yeah.
You've had, it's said that you've had some secret meetings with some MCAs, your former cabinet, and there is something that you're plotting. Are you planning a coup in Kakamega?
You see, it makes me very, very interesting. What you forget that, one, I'm a resident of Kakamega. I'm born in Kakamega, and I will die and be buried in Kakamega. Yeah, that one must be your starting point. So obviously, if this is my county, and in the position I hold, people always will come around me, either for association, or for advice, or for just for some help. That will never miss because I've held that particular position and the position I'm holding. And secondly, that I met my former CS, my former CEC. That is nothing. These are people who appreciate what I did for them. They wrote to me. One wrote to me that they wanted to meet me. because they had never met me since I became CS. And they just wanted to appreciate and congratulate me that I've become a CS. And I said, okay. I told one of them that why can't the person coordinate. In fact, we had agreed to meet earlier, but unfortunately, the MP for Malaba passed on. That is the time. So the meeting was postponed. So after the burial, they again came to me and said, fine, we meet. So we met, and we met. I told them we can meet in my own home. They came here. That day, unfortunately, I had a funeral also. I had lost a close cousin. So we had to go for the funeral together because it was in the vicinity. And then thereafter, they came and they said they just wanted something to keep themselves together because they feel they worked as a team and they need something that will keep them together now and in the near future. And I said, fine, they can go ahead and do so. But I will not be part of it, but I can only just be a patron to make sure that if there are any divergences, we are able to control it. Yeah.
You have political muscles here in Kakamega County. You endorsed Baraza. Are you going to support him in 2027? Or you are supporting someone else?
You see, I wouldn't want to talk about 2027 because I never supported Baraza as a person. I supported Baraza because he was on my party. So obviously,
he's still on your party.
Yeah, but that time he was on my party. I was the deputy party leader. I was bound to support him, and I supported not only Baraza. I supported everybody who was in the party. You just mention names and meet them. They will tell you that I supported them. So I did that. And come the next election, obviously those people who will be with me wherever I will be, I will support them. If he will be where I am, I will continue to support them. Support him. If he will not, I will support someone else who will be with me wherever I will be.
Okay. Between me and you, I've heard rumors that you are supporting one of the MPs to take up.
You have heard, yes, but you have never seen.
I've heard, so yeah, I don't know. You tell me that is between you, these are our secrets.
And you have heard. You see, I will gain nothing. Let me tell you, by supporting someone, I will gain nothing as a person, as Wycliffe and Bessop. I will gain nothing from supporting because I can easily come and retire here. In my home.
You will gain a lot because you are a resident of Kakamega County. You want good leadership in Kakamega County. So then, of course, you'll gain.
Yeah, of course. I've said that whoever will be where I am, I don't know who will be where I am. Okay. And I've said if Baraza will be where I am, I will support him. If he's not, I will support whoever is with me and wherever I am. But I'm not at the moment going for a particular person.
Okay.
And as a leader, I like people also proving themselves. Those who want to be governors, those who want to be senators, let them prove themselves. Let them go to the people. Campaign. I used to campaign. So why will you sit there that Oparanya will support me?
Okay.
Yeah. Why will you sit there that Oparanya will support me with these people? You go out there, we will assess you. If we find that you are viable, we support you. If we find you are not viable, we don't support you.
3 years down the line, are you happy with Baraza's leadership?
You see, I am not in a position to evaluate it because I have not been close to it.
Because you are a resident of Kakamega.
Yeah. So since you see everything, I don't see any activities around. So I don't know maybe where I pass. Where I pass, I don't see any activity. So I don't know what they are doing. Yeah, maybe if I was up there, down there, I used to prepare.
You've not seen roads, you've not seen anything?
I used to prepare reports quarterly and supply them. I don't know if they still do the same. You know, from those reports, you could maybe see this is what is being done. Yeah, but if like here, I don't see anything here. So I don't know if they are, you know, Kakamega is big. I might not see anything around Butere here, but maybe big things are happening elsewhere.
What makes you happy out of politics, out of everything? What makes Oparanya happy?
what makes me happy is to watch football. I like football a lot. I used to play football in my youthful days, and nowadays I watch a lot. I support Man U, although now it is not doing well. And my next team is Arsenal because Baba supports it. Yeah, so sometimes if Man U disappoints me, I go to Man U. So that is what I actually say. When I'm free, apart from reading, I also read a lot. Economic books and story books and books about people. I like reading Mandela's books and so on. Leaders that were respected in this part of the world. That's what I spend on time. And sometimes over the weekend I spend with my family, my young children. I take them out. Yes.
That's beautiful. Maybe last question. What advice will you give to your younger self?
I think hard work is very important. That in life there's nothing easy. You must work hard yourself as a person. You don't need to be coerced into working very hard. And you must be honest, faithful to yourself and to other people.
Yeah.
And for politicians, it is important that as a politician, you always remember your people. That those people who have elected you, people are elected in positions, but they forget that they have been elected by the people. They take life to themselves and they forget about people.